paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. And it's Simons in the point guard.
Tatum good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here's Tatum. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Back to Tatum. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes.
And look at Drummond, capable of rising up and dropping an absolute hammer.
Tatum drives in. White inside, defended by George. And it's White missing. Maxey passes to Drummond. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Hey, that's Drummond, throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
The kick out to Tatum. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
It's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Here's Maxey. Softly drops in the floater.
And in that pick-and-roll action, you have to stop the ball first. Maxey too good with the rock in his hands.
And it's Simons off the drive. Embiid against Tatum. Pass to Tatum. Now, here's Simons. White with it. George picks him up. Shot clock at 3. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And right there, Embiid showing he's just too big and too skilled to stop.
Brown. Wow, what a play!
Unbelievable!
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
And Greg with the absence of Jason Tatum for the time being. Perhaps a hiatus for the Celtics as a title favorite?
Well, not to mention some of the salary cap casualties. It's not the same team that won it all in 24, but in great position once Tatum returns.
Simons, the pass to Tatum. A 3. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
And here's Maxey outside. White with the defensive effort. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Oh, wow, that is difficult. He goes with the finger roll. What a finish.
Oubre, a screen on White. It's stolen by White. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And it's Brown missing. It's tipped. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer by Embiid. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Driving to the basket.
How about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
Maxey kicks to Drummond. Embiid from outside. He can't get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, the defense has been conceding the mid-range shot, and they've taken advantage of that, and as a result, they found a lot of success.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Simons in at the point. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Boston ball.
Boston leading by 3. Takes the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Simons has got 5.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simons, too big a threat from deep.
Here's Maxey. The teardrop falls in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Outside, Simon. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Speed kills, and Simons has plenty of it.
One thing is certain about Anthony Simons, the guy is a pure scorer.
Well, it comes so naturally to him. He's got a great handle, and he can get his shot off whenever he wants. Plus, he's got limitless range.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now, here's Brown. To the paint, knocks it loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Tatum setting the pick for Simons. That's tipped.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And he gets it to go.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Guys, back to you.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. White against Embiid. Pass to Brown. Brown jams it in.
Big slam there by Brown, just dominating the rim.
White against Maxey. There's 1:59 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. It's a 5-point game. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Can he get up and finish with power?
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Simons surveying the D. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Tatum against Embiid. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Outside, Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Kicks it out to Maxey. Clock at 4. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Boston leading by 6. Simons the pass to Brown. Brown on deliver the hammer!
What a finish!
And Brown with bad intentions on that drive.
Here's Maxey. And no good that time. Celtics have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. Brown outside. Fades and shoots. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's. All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
When he gets the ball this deep and establishes position, now it's a matter of getting to his go-to moves that he loves.
Edwards is out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Jared McCain. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Now, he is a huge talent, and he's been hitting shots, but so have his teammates. It's been a collective effort.
Pass to Grimes. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics leading by 11. As the 25th pick back in the 21 draft, Tim, what's enabled Quentin Grimes to really break through here recently?
It's pretty simple, Kevin. It's opportunity. He finally got that chance to be able to be free offensively, to show what his ceiling is, a much larger role offensively. Kind of reminds you of Jamal Murray a little bit, particularly now that he's got the green light.
So he's had the body, had the skills. It was just, as you're saying, the opportunity there to really capitalize.
Absolutely unencumbered on that end of the floor. It's amazing how guys can break through.
Here's Grimes. Still yet to score. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bona's got it back down to within single digits for Philadelphia.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Driving the lane, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It's his first trip to the line. And last season, yet again, 60-plus wins, Greg, for the Celtics. One of the elite teams clearly in the league.
And the only concern was perhaps a tendency towards complacency, but after coming up short last season and with Tatum sidelined, some adversity to spark their competitive fire.
Takes a 3. The putback goes back up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first one falls. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a 3-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Celtics leading by 10. To the left wing. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Boston again missing. Philadelphia's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Edwards passes to Grimes. Here is Edwards. Still scoreless. McCain's shot is off.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Kevin, back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Out left to the wing. Bona. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
And there's the drive. Here's Pritchard. And the layup's good off the glass. Pritchard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent. But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Boucher the screen. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And some changes here for the Celtics.
Substitution on the court.
And Simon's wide open. He'll fire. And it's off from three-point range. Embiid against White. Left side, Maxey. And taken away by Brown. And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Anthony Simons out there at White. And it's Queta in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Tatum, after the missed 3 from Joel Embiid. Queta, the pass to Tatum. From the arc. From anywhere, anytime, Tatum.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Maxey attacking, and slam dunk by Maxey.
And Maxey's guys encourage him to attack whenever he can because his first step is so explosive.
Tatum dishes to Brown. Back to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Embiid. Tatum no good. The 76ers trail by 13. It's stolen by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And White with the stuff.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Celtics leading by 15. Pass to Simon. It's in. His shot is pure.
And shooters shoot. And Simons sure has a feel with that quick trigger.
And Jim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
Got it to go off the glass.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
That one drops.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Simons against Maxey. And here's White. 6 on the shot clock. Rips it down with 2 hands.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Tatum against Embiid. The shot is off. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Celtics leading by 17. Now Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Here's Tatum. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And the Sixers last season, Tim, winning less than half as many games as had been projected.
Well, the injury bug completely derailed their season. And by the tail end of that year, a low win total was actually in their best interest because they were trying to ensure they retained their top 6 protected pick.
Now, here's Simons. Tatum with a screen on Maxey. Jacks up a 3. The 3 goes down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Another chance. Rebounded by Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Takes the 3. That shot no good. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Trailing by 17. And down goes the 3. Here's the drive. Oh, what a finish.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
White fires. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one.
That's the end of the game.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
Garland's opening lineup. It's Hunter and Mobley teaming up at forward. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. And it's Allen in at the center position. And for the 76ers, they've got Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Drummond in at the center position, locking down the middle. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, that's the big man lingering around the hoop. Jared Allen smartly gets the bucket on the follow.
Maxey. Mobley grabs the board.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
A top 3 pick in a loaded 2021 draft. Evan Mobley continues to get better, as scouts predicted he would.
I don't think there is a ceiling on Evan Mobley, BA, because on the offensive end, as good as he is and as much progress as he's made, there's more to come. That belief in his three-point ability is only going to continue to grow with repetition. We know his work habits are exceptional. His off-the-bounce game will develop. His low-post game will develop. Like good night and good luck defense.
Showing off some mobility there. When Drummond rolls like this, he's hard to stop in pick and rolls.
Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Garland for 3. The rebound by Embiid.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
George outside. Stolen by Mitchell. Inside. Here's Mobley. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Mobley's got 5.
Well, we call that a high percentage shot for Mr. Evan Mobley. He gets after it in there.
Embiid finds Oubre. Gets stolen by Garland. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. We discussed his plans for defending Donovan Mitchell, and he told me for as quick and athletic as Mitchell is, we can't allow him to get downhill. No free runs in the open court, no clear lanes to the bucket. And he added, that's not as easy as it sounds, but that is our goal. Back to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. A top-flight offense in Cleveland. Doris, what makes them so formidable?
Well, generally speaking, if you are great at multiple things. They have elite shot creation in the backcourt. They have size and finishing ability up front. They can hurt you at all 3 levels of offensive opportunity. Boy, their three-point range is deep, BA. This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
Right side Maxey fires from deep. Pure from 3-point range. 5 points in the game.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Here's Garland. The kick to Hunter. Stolen by Drummond. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. Garland against Maxey. Now here's Garland, guarded closely. That one's off, still out of sync. And Maxey's got the ball here for Philadelphia. George outside. 4 on the clock. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Here's Maxey, and he makes it on the layup. Maxey's got 7 points in the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Allen with a screen on Maxey. Garland, no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Oubre on the wing. Back to Drummond. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball.
Cleveland ball.
The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 so far. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Maxey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 9.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Garland for 3. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. Hunting. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Maxey out there with Paul George. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's Embiid in at the 4. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
This is one of the many things Paul George has done to help their offense. Effective ball movement.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. The Cavaliers trail by 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. The Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said, with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes, and you're like, man, this guy's a point guard. Back to you guys.
A tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. He's got springs in those legs.
Well, Donovan Mitchell off the bounce, able to put pressure on that dribble drive. That is a nice-looking move.
Maxey finds Embiid. Back to Maxey. And the layup is good off the glass. Maxey's got 11 points.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Allen with a screen on Maxey. Allen outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oubre passes to Drummond. Out to Oubre. Ooh, stolen by Allen. In transition, here comes Cleveland. Back to Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Mobley outside. And he banks in the layup. And it's 7 points for Evan Mobley. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Cleveland.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Yeah, smart play there by Maxey, opening things up for someone with the pick and roll.
And that one falls for Drummond. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Drummond with the screen. Here's Maxey. Rejected by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
Pass to Garland. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. For 3, Maxey. Here's Drummond. Up top, George. Outside, Oubre. 6 to shoot. Here's the teardrop. Hunter with the rebound.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy that really helps pull this team together.
That's about assertiveness. That's about Evan Mobley going at anyone in his path.
Maxey surveys. It's good from the top of the key. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Here's Garland. And his 4th make of the day in 10 tries.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
For 3, Maxey. Second chance effort. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. Maxey's got 15.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The drive by Garland. For 3, Allen. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Nice shot by George. George has gotten his 2nd bucket.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
On the court right now for Cleveland, they've got Larry Nance. Max Strus is out there with Dean Wade. Then there's Sam Merrill, and it's Ball in at the 1.
Assertive move. You could tell the game's heating up a bit.
Lowry finds Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
You're taller than you think. Lonzo is a sneaky 6'6".
And there's a pick. For 3, Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon. The Cavaliers leading. Merrill outside. Pass to Wade. Back to Merrill. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta. Merrill's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside McCain. Lowry outside. Edwards a screen on Ball. Here's Lowry. Blocked.
Larry Nance twice on the pipe says no, sir.
Ball passes to Strus. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. And now it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And it seems like the East is wide open, Doris. How do the Cavs capitalize with a deep run?
Well, I think they can start with continuity. They have a quality young core when you think about Evan Mobley, when you think about Darius Garland, when you think about Jared Allen. So I'm not arguing for complacency by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think there's a strong case for running it back and giving a talented offensive team with a double big lineup another opportunity. I think they're good enough.
Here's Ball. The kick out to Nance. Gordon against Strus. Nance the screen. Strus with the bucket. Strus has got 7 points.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Ball against Lowry. Ball taking his time here. The rebound by Lowry. 76ers trail by 11. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Drops in the layup for 2.
When Kyle Lowry touches that painted area, he is aggressive to score it, and he is so able to finish on the interior.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Coach Kenny Atkinson hit the ground running last year with the Cavaliers. He said Donovan Mitchell gave him the blueprint, adding Mitchell told me our next step is empowering Evan, and me and Darius Garland can be great together. So there's no reason we can't be. So a lot of it came from him. He had a grip on where his team needed to go. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Lowry against Ball. Pass to Wade. Puts up a 3. The putback. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
A new lineup here for Philadelphia. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Now Ball. He's got 5. They set the pick. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers earning this break in the action, up 10. Great shot. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. The Cavaliers lead by 10. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Paul George. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look. But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Garland against Maxey. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Mobley outside. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with a 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Oh, and Mobley with the block.
That's a big-time send back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Mitchell against Maxey. Here's George. Clock at 6. Buries it down low.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Garland. The kick to Hunter. Mobley on a screen. And finished off by Hunter.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And it's Maxey missing. The Cavaliers lead by 11. The 3 from Mitchell. It's hauled in by Oubre. For Philadelphia, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Embiid fires.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Garland looking around. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Garland. Allen with a screen on Maxey. Here's Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Puts the move on. The putback. The putback. How about the activity?
Listen, if you don't put a body on Jared Allen, this guy's going to make you pay.
And Maxey, here we go. Yes, sir!
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
It's good!
Yeah, when you attack in the painted area, good things tend to happen.
The bucket is good!
Well, that's the ball handling skills of Darius Garland on full display. This guy is skilled in creating opportunities. Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
The Cavaliers lead by 9. Here's Mobley. He launches. Allen. Active on the glass there. Second chance points.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Oh, the long ball, no good. Cleveland has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Cavaliers.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jared Allen.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And here comes Cleveland. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
76ers foul. Tyrese Maxey. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Mitchell against George. Jacks up a 3.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender. He just uses that body so well to contest shots.
And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road.
Sports. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The big men on the floor for them, Mobley and Allen. The highly skilled guard pair of Garland and Mitchell. And it's Hunter and it's small forward. And for the Celtics, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Down on the block, it's Tatum with Kata. And it's Simons in at the 1. Garland with the bucket. You know, Greg, when you look at the Eastern Conference, is it fair to say that both the teams we've got in this one are two of the top contenders?
Oh, no doubt. This could be an Eastern Conference Finals preview. In fact, I expect one of these squads to represent the East in the finals.
That one drops for him.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Brown. Here's White. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. And it's White missing.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Mitchell with it. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an... Absolute brick.
So, Richard, let's give him some credit. Jared Allen has turned himself into a more complete player, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's not just a floor spacer, but he does everything else at an elite level. Very efficient. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes that will beat you.
Now, here's Garland. Launches a 3, sinks the triple. Garland's got 6 points.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Here's Simons. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Can he get up and finish with power?
The 3 from Garland. The rebound by Kata.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Simon. And then jammed down as it goes right over Evan Mobley.
Speed kills, and Simons has plenty of it.
Allen, a screen on White. Here's Garland. Here's Allen. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable. The agility at his size, throwing it down, big fella.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Cleveland leading by 5. Garland feeling it out a little bit. Over in the corner, Allen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Tatum. They set the screen. It's White on the wing. Back to Tatum. And he uses the glass on the lane. He has 5.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
Now, here's Simon. Darius Garland missing his last shot. The kick out to Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Garland against White. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 8 points.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Back to Brown. And Simons has it in the corner. Brown sets a screen for Simon. Pass to Queta. And stolen by Mobley. For 3, Mitchell. The rebound by Queta. Here's White. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And both free throws good for White.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Stolen away. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He notched 8 points. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. White is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Queta in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Simons on the wing. Pass to Queta. Brown outside. Cash money. Brown with the train.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
Lots of moments, RJ, shine through in the career of Jason Tatum.
The one that sticks out to me was the moment of relief after they won the finals. The "we did it" quote will live in Celtics infamy, echoing that of the great Kevin Garnett.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Back to you guys.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And here is Simon. Oh, what a jam! Simon!
And that's some serious liftoff from Simons. Wow.
Garland is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Outside, Simon. The kick out to Tatum. Brown with a screen on Mitchell. The shot. And another basket for Boston. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Simons kicks to Tatum. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
There will be 2 minutes.
Instituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Pass to Allen. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-6 run. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender, Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Mitchell passes to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. And that's now 6 points for Jared Allen.
So much reach. Allen using that wingspan to his advantage.
RJ, last season, as we know, the Cavs got hit with the injury bug at the worst possible time, right in the playoffs.
Yeah, the worst time possible. Their key players all had injury concerns as this season wore on. But sometimes you just got to play through it in the playoffs.
And it's White missing. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Hunter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. When it comes to DeAndre Hunter, how would you prepare for him, Richard, if you were coaching against him?
Well, Hunter's wingspan will really wake you up on defense, but it's his catch-and-shoot game that everyone needs to watch. If you leave a gap, well, he'll make you pay.
Tatum kicks to Boucher. Outside, Simon. Lets it go with a 3. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simon's too big a threat from deep.
Allen outside. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Garland. Shot clock at 5. And Boucher sends it back. Four on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Brown. Tatum at the elbow. Shoots over Mobley. And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get you back to the action after this break. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
So on the floor for Cleveland. Wade out there with Nance. Then it's Sam Merrill. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Ball in at point guard. And it's Ball penetrating. A three from Strus. Hands it from downtown. Strus has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Hauser. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Celtics lead by 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Merrill can't hit. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Ball against Pritchard. Pass to Boucher. Back to Pritchard. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well. Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Pass to Boucher. A three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now Merrill. Nance a screen. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And looking confident. When Nance can hit the jump shot, this offense becomes much more dynamic.
Pass to Walsh. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. To the middle, 5 on the clock. Tillman's shot is good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Wade sets the pick for Ball. Takes it inside, and Ball slams it in.
That kind of aggressiveness, that's what you want to see more from Ball.
Here's Tillman. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Nance sets a screen for Ball. Out to Nance. 1:52 left to play here in the third. Pass to Strus. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. Wade sets the pick for Strus. And he converts the layup. Strus has got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and give people quality shots.
Pritchard passes to Boucher. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Here's Ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
For Boston, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That free throw good from Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard.
Both free throws good from Pritchard. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now Merrill. He has yet to score. The tray. That shot, no good. And he trains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so.
The previous play is under review.
Going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Out on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Simons, the pass to Tatum. There's the triple. It's stolen by Allen. Poked away. Mobley with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. A nice shot by Mobley.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Mitchell looking it over. Pass to Allen. A kick out to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
3 points.
Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. And White with the stuff.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And White kicks to Tatum. Back to White. Tatum with the screen on Garland. The kick out to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
To the inside. Allen kicks it out to Garland. Back to Allen. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by Allen inside. The Cavaliers trail by 4.
Shaping up to be a nice night from Garland. And his offensive energy right now, the team should be pretty excited.
Count it!
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Garland. Mitchell fires. Mitchell buries the 3.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Mobley, a screen on Simons. Mitchell outside. Now Hunter. Mitchell outside to take the lead. Mitchell on the move. Bucket.
His team trusts him, and rightfully so. Mitchell makes so many big, important shots because he is a clutch performer.
Now Simon. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. checked in for Garland. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Mitchell up top. He's covered by Brown. Rebounded by Brown.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that.
And an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Tatum. Allen defending.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Allen, a screen on White. Ball against White. Hit the teardrop. Allen throws it down. What an assist!
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Tatum outside. Outside Simons. And he does not hit. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White against Ball. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Ball against White. Just 5 to shoot. It's Allen. Mitchell. The long shot, no good. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
The last make was huge. Now, realistically, the worst-case scenario for them is OT.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid.
At the buzzer!
That is how you finish it.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Now, here's Ball. The forwards are Hunter and Mobley. All out there with Mitchell. And it's Allen in at center, locking down the middle. Mobley. And it misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as many as 11 points. And stolen by Mobley. Allen, right side. Now Ball. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Boston's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Rebounded by Allen inside.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Outside, Ball. Into the lane. And the layup is off. Boston shooting impressively throughout at 62%. And now we've got the intentional foul.
2
Now Simons. Rebounded by Allen inside.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
White with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Shoots the three. Crane from outside.
Fantastic bomb there, just especially against the taller defender.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Bull. Here's Hunter. Allen, a screen on Simon. Knocked down the three.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Simons. Down he goes for three.
Stepping it up. There's the shot-making ability of Simons.
Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Launches it. The three is off. And so it's Boston sweeping by with the win. Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Maxey is out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for Boston, White and Brown are the wingmen. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And here's Brown for 3. And Grant, one thing we know about these teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's a luxury.
Yeah, a luxury indeed. And they don't have to worry as much about foul trouble or guys getting worn down. Credit to both front offices for building such complete rosters.
It's Brown on the wing. And the jam by Brown.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
Maxey against White. Outside Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on White.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Wow. Pretty much an unbelievable slam there, B.A.
You got that right. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Tatum inside. Embiid covers. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Exploding off the floor. Give Tatum room and he will show off his athleticism at your expense.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
So it's Boston now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. White, good.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's George. Drummond, the screen on Brown. Here's George. And the jam by George.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screen and rolls and taking what he sees.
And here's Maxey outside. Up again.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Tatum looking it over. Buries it from 3. Tatum's got 7 points.
Allowing the play to develop naturally. Terrific patience by Tatum in the screen and roll.
Now here's Embiid. To the inside. That's good from Drummond. On the assist from Embiid. Drummond's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, look, you got to hit Tatum harder than that, or else he's just going to push right through the contact.
Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believed Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, BA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Brian, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Tatum. He's got 10. Back to Brown. Tatum with a screen. Here's Brown. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Oubre.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
White against Maxey. Here's Drummond. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in. Drummond's got 6.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
The drive by Brown. The kick out to White. Fires the 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And here's Maxey outside. And rejected. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter, they've got Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is out there with George. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Drummond in at the center position.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
Boston leading by 6. Here's White. 7 points in the game. Brown inside. He's against Oubre. Banked it in off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Tatum from long range. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves. Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Embiid from outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. Brown can't hit. 76ers trail by 12. Here's Maxey. And he bangs it home with one hand.
There's the strength training coming into play for Maxey.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
It really has. I mean, there aren't...
Oh! Big finish!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Oubre against White. Oubre passes to Embiid. White with a steal. Now here's Tatum. The 3 is up. Tatum drills the 3.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Embiid, a screen on White. Here's Maxey. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
To the paint. White, the pass to Brown. There's Simons with a 3, and a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter. For 3, Maxey sinks the tray.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Down low. Here's Kata. The rebound by Embiid. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. A 12-point game. Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
George's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
Brown looking around. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. Tries it from the top of the key. And And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Look, this is Tatum's game. He's got a superb shooting motion and attacks without hesitation.
Maxey, that's good.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Pass to Tatum. Takes a three. And that concludes the first half. Celtics out in front. They're up by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from your Pocket Bike Arena Entertainment.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Xavier Tillman is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Walsh in at small forward. That's the Boston 5. Boston leading by 10. Tillman with a screen. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Inside, here's Tillman. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Now that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
To the middle. And there's a 3-second violation. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Gordon. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Boston has gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far. Tillman with a screen. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Boston leading by 14. To the inside, Tillman. From down in the low post, it goes. Tillman's got 6 here in the quarter.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Guys, back over to you.
Not a bad idea. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Pritchard gets it to go.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this down.
McCain against Pritchard to the paint. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by McCain. Edwards has got his first 2 points.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
3-pointer Pritchard. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And the Celtics lead by 18.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Lowry, no good. Boston on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Boucher a screen on Lowry. 3-pointer Pritchard nails it from 3. Pritchard's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Gordon outside. There's a screen. 6 to shoot from deep three-point land. Philadelphia with another miss.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Fires the three, and it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 5 rebounds in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's good.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Tillman with a screen. Pritchard, he's open. That shot is off. Gets it up. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Celtics. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's George, then it's Maxey, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
You can't give Simons a look from 3. He's a knockdown guy.
Embiid passes to Maxey. Embiid a screen on White. Maxey attacking. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
George outside. The kick out to Maxey. Embiid a screen on White. Maxey passes to Embiid. Tatum with a steal. Pass to White. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Tatum missing. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Shoots. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Simons. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Drummond with the screen. Embiid from outside. Simons with a rebound. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Tatum's got 21 points in the game.
Smooth-looking shot from Tatum. Offensively, he's got everything you're looking for.
Boston on offense. They're on a 13-3 run. There's Simons with a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Maxey surveys. 3-pointer. Good work defensively by White.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
The 76ers have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Here's Maxey. It's tipped. It's White with a drive. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
Maxey against White. It's stolen by Tatum. It's stolen by Maxey. The teardrop. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Out to Simons. Tatum with a screen. On the wing, Tatum. Over Maxey. Tatum can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Celtics.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jason Tatum.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Outside Tatum. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th. White looking it over. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Maxey. From outside, off the mark. Tatum with it. Back to Brown. Shoots over George. Offline. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't.
Maxey out there with Paul George. And there's Embiid. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for Cleveland, the highly skilled guard pair of Garland and Mitchell. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Nobody near George. Nailed from three-point land. George has got the game going with his first points of the game for Philadelphia. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time?
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about the strategy tonight, particularly against Joel Embiid. He said, quote, "I told my guys to get as physical as they want," adding, "He's not a guy you can guard gently. He demands that you get aggressive." Hopefully that assertive defense gets Coach the results he's looking for. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Allen with the screen for Garland. In the corner, it's Mobley. 3-pointers off the mark. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. No problems knocking that one down. George has got 6.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Allen kicks to Mobley. The 3 from Garland. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, very solid from deep. Darius Garland hurts you in so many ways.
Maxey into the lane. Drummond. Evan Mobley with the rebound. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 7-point differential. For 3, Mitchell. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Good chance here for George. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
The 3, Hunter scored the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless and when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
The drive by Mitchell. And that one, good. Mitchell's got 5.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
And he drives in. Maxey, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Garland, the pass to Mitchell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. 11 points in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Embiid with the screen on Hunter. The 3. Mobley with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Mobley's got it. Pass to Allen. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Embiid. Mobley with the block. They recover it. Inside, second shot opportunity, and Embiid finishes inside.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
The forwards are Hunter and Mobley. The highly skilled guard pair of Garland and Mitchell. And it's Allen in at the center position. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Got a piece of it. Embiid with the steal. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Okay, Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to with the jab or the pull-up and all that stuff, but it'll still work. Back over to you, Kevin.
You got it, trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Embiid sets the pick for George. Down low, lock at 6. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull-up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill. And then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Oubre on the wing. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Embiid owns the lane.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Garland against Drummond for 3. Mitchell, and the 3-ball is good. Mitchell's got 14 points.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Embiid with the screen on Hunter. From deep, George drills the 3-pointer. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Outside, George. Embiid sets the pick for George. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
The drive by Mitchell. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's what happens when you get after it on the glass. Allen grinding it out and creating that second chance opportunity for himself.
George passes to Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
And, GA, you think about high skill level offensive players. Darius Garland near the very top of that list.
Well, the son of an NBA point guard in Winston Garland, Darius has been preparing for this level his entire life. And his offensive package is as polished as anyone.
Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. George passes to Drummond. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The shot's good.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Hunter against George. Drummond sets the screen for George. Oubre outside. The shot's good on the assist by George. Oubre's got his first 3 points of the game.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Garland. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. Here's Drummond, banked in off the glass.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
Allen with the screen for Garland. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 6.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Embiid with the screen on Hunter. George passes to Embiid. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Garland from deep three-point land. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And, you know, I don't think he'll top the assist charge this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Jared McCain is out there with Lowry. Then there's Quentin Grimes. Then there's Edwards. And it's Bona in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
Nance sets a screen for Ball. Pass to Merrill. Cleveland moving it around. And here is Ball. Wade has the open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here's Lowry. Here's Grimes. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Pass the ball. Wade from outside. And it's Bona with the rebound. Philadelphia has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Left side, Edwards. Pass to Bona. Outside Lowry. Six to shoot. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. They get a hand on it.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
No one covering. And the 76ers lead by 4.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
And it's in Larry Nance Jr.'s blood. Remember, his dad, Larry Sr., won the first ever dunk contest.
To the inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
76ers. Shooting 1. The play will be reviewed.
The ruling on the floor stands.
There will be 2 minutes to review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
The wide-open shot from Strus. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Lowry. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to McCain. There's a good screen from the baseline. Outside for Lowry.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Count that bucket. Bonus got 8.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Lowry against Ball. Nance sets a screen for Ball. Driving to the basket. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Pass to Strus. 1:10 left in the third quarter of the game. He gets it in there. Now just a 2-point Philadelphia lead. And so Lowry will bring it up for the 76ers. They've led by as much as 10. Here's the screen to the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Oh, what a play!
Nance is special. How easy is it for him to make the spectacular look routine?
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go from deep. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 5 assists in the game. And here's Garland for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Embiid gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Here's the 3, and no good in the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The wing set for him, Mitchell and Hunter. The big men on the floor for him, Mobley and Allen. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And how about the soft touch by Garland with the nice floater up over the top of the defense.
Oubre dishes to George. To the middle, stolen by Allen. Here's Hunter. Outside Garland, stolen by George. And now the 76ers on the break. And the shot goes in. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the 76ers?
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
4 on the shot clock. Mitchell sets the screen for Garland. Tips it up, and Mitchell is right there.
And Mitchell's energy level is really impressive. He's someone that doesn't give up on possessions.
Mobley with it. He's picked up by Drummond. And that one's good. Hunter.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
And Embiid kicks to George. Lets a floater go. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Cleveland moving the ball around. Mobley, a screen on Oubre. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Mobley. Garland's got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. George, the putback. Rebounded by Allen inside. For Cleveland, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Outside George. Embiid sets the pick for George. And that time also a missed shot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Mitchell fires.
And it's not easy making a shot when you have Embiid in your face like that.
Oubre against Garland. Now Maxey. Shot clock at 5. Now George.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
With the floater. And that's in there. Excellent awareness.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Mitchell outside. And Mitchell drills the 3.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Drummond sets the screen for George. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Allen. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The 76ers trail by 3. Drummond with a screen on Hunter. George! 16-footer drops in.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just getting the ball and let him do his thing.
Allen with the screen for Garland. With the drive. Cool in the corner, Mitchell.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's played.
Oh, what a slam!
Clean that up.
Not one to turn down a challenge. Maxey, wow.
Allen, a screen on Maxey. The drive by Mitchell. Oubre with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Oubre. That one goes. Count it.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Garland against Maxey. 35 seconds left in the game. Just 4 to shoot. Garland, he drills the 3.
Garland doesn't let the pressure get to him. That's why he has the trust of his teammates.
Embiid sets the pick for George. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Trying again.
Wow, Embiid pulls the defender in close and then gets all the contact he wants.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. does get the second one, and that brings them within 2 here. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Stepped up to the line, and he took care of his business and guaranteed the win.
And the 76ers call time here. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
So it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone said.
score for us tonight. Two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Well, you know what they say, B.A. To be the best, you got to beat the best. I'm sure that's what both teams are thinking, so I expect them to be highly motivated.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Anthony Simons out there with Derek White. And it's Queta in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, that's how you use the floater. Darius Garland gets into his bag.
And it's Simons penetrating. And here's Brown for 3. He buries it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Hunter passes to Mitchell. Boston with a rebound.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Brown with a screen. Out to Simons. Shot clock at 5. And it's Jared Allen with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Simons passes to Queta. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, when you put Simons in that pick-and-roll action, it puts major pressure on the defense.
Here's Allen, and it's Allen who slams it home.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Doris, we got to give credit to Darius Garland for continuing to develop his body.
B.A., like every smaller guard in the league, teams attack him defensively. So just like a Steph Curry, you build your strength and your balance, and you continue to play with pride on that end, and that is pivotal to his development.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Back to you, B.A.
Thank you for that, Allie.
So aggressive at the arc. Darius Garland never shy about letting it fly.
Here's Tatum. Simons outside. Tatum a screen on Mitchell. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Blocked! And they're able to recover. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Here's White. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Well, Derek White fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Garland against White. The 3 is up. Again, Garland missing. The Celtics have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Pass to Simons. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Brown. Tatum, a screen on Mitchell. Clock at 4. Tatum drives. Oh, wow!
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Here's Garland. And it's in there. Garland's got 7 points. The Celtics have got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Kick out to Brown. Pass to Queta. Garland against White. Mobley with some nice D.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tatum, that one goes in. He has 6.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum has taken advantage of. Nice work in there.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal.
At the line for your Cavaliers, stands
that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
How about Jared Allen showing unequivocally he is an all-star caliber big man? Boy, with his size and athleticism and length, he has proven he can make an impact on both ends.
Now Tatum. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Boston out in front. They lead. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. Mobley and Allen patrol the paint for him. And it's Hunter in at the three, small forward. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call. Boston leading by 6, and grant the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it." Back to you guys.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Brown. There's the drive. There's Tatum with the three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Mitchell. Tatum pulls it in. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to White. Tatum feeling it out a bit. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Mobley down low. He's covered by Simons. Allen with a screen on Brown. The drive by Garland. And here's Allen. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Allen's got 5 now.
This guy's just something Garland does so well. Excellent reading defenses, exploiting them in the pick and rolls. That is nicely done.
Here's Simons. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Garland against White. Allen with a screen on White. Garland for 3. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, you can see how effective Darius Garland can be shooting it. It's all about him finding his rhythm.
Out to Simons. Pass to Tatum. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Mobley, a screen on Simons. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
On the wing, Simons. And the three-pointer goes. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
Here's Garland. Pass to Allen. And stolen by Brown. White with it. Picked up by Allen. Left side, White. Tatum against Mitchell. Back to White. From downtown. The rebound by Garland. Cavaliers trail by 6. That's good from Allen on the assist by Garland. Allen's got 7.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition.
Boucher a screen on Mobley. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his 3rd foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the second period. Boston leading by 4. Inside. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
I love that Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Garland against White. Allen, the pass to Mobley. Driving in. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right? Right at the rim.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Tatum. Outside for Boucher. Brown with it. Boucher a screen on Hunter. And it's Brown off the drive. Missed inside.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Back to Mitchell. Gets it off. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the famous half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Darius Garland.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Sam Hauser out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Queta in at the 5, down low.
Max Strus shot ready off the catch. Pretty.
Doris, if you want the definition of a solid NBA player, Max Strus fits the bill.
Absolutely, BA, and there's a couple reasons for that. First and foremost, his competitive toughness is on display nightly. The guy never gives up on a play. You can ask him to guard up a position because he's got physical strength. He's a fearless knockdown shooter, and if you give him any space from 3, he's going to catch his rhythm and have a big night.
Here's Pritchard. Here he goes. And that one's good. Pritchard's got his first basket.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Cleveland working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Merrill up top. Shoots over Pritchard. A shot by Merrill, no good. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Let's go with a 3. Pass to Queta. Tries again. Tries yet again. And it's good on the lay-in.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Right side, Strus. Merrill outside. They set the screen. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Three-pointer Pritchard. That shot, no good. Nice D from Nance. On the wing, Strus. Defended by Hauser. Ball taking his time here. Down low. And Nance gets it to go on the assist by Ball.
Larry Nance Jr. in the painted area doing work.
Here's Pritchard. Good on the shot. Pritchard's got 4 points this quarter. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little, Grant.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
Pass to Strus, launches a three, gets the three ball to go. Strus has got 8.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
Here's Pritchard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Merrill outside. On the wing, Wade. Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Here's Tillman. No made baskets yet.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
41 seconds left in the third. Nance the screen. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Walsh. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Up top, Pritchard. He's guarded by Nance. Pritchard, the pass to Tillman. Here's Walsh. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cato. Strus grabs the miss. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Garland. He knocks it down. Wait a minute.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
We thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure
It's a tie game in Cleveland. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Mobley and Allen control the paint for him. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Mobley. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Well, we call that a high percentage shot for Mr. Evan Mobley. He gets after it.
Oh, okay then.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to...
Whoa, that's something else, man!
Beautiful. I mean, he's just so electric. Simon's putting on a show.
Garland feeling it out a bit. Allen with a screen on White. Garland, the pass to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. Mitchell against Brown. With the tip, here's Mobley. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Well, Jason Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
Doris at just 26 years old. Jason Tatum has his first title with the Celtics in 2024.
B.A., after he won the title, his first line was, "What are they going to say now?" This guy has done nothing but win from the time he entered the league. He is underappreciated as a big-time superstar. And guess what? There's a long way to go in his career.
White on the wing. Pass to Boucher. Now Simons. Brown with a screen. In the corner, Tatum. White outside. Now Boucher. 16 feet out. Cleared away by Mobley. Mitchell with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. Allen with a screen on Simons. Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
I tell you, at times, guarding Donovan Mitchell has got to feel overwhelming defensively. When he starts to go with the floater, look out.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Brown against Mitchell. Here's Mobley. Outside Hunter. Clock at 6. Money from 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
White. Rebounded by Hunter. Cleveland leading by 4. Mitchell fires. White against Hunter, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hunter.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
The Celtics have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Jason Tatum, it's good! What a day!
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Now Hunter. Outside Garland. There's the drive. Gets it to go.
How about Darius Garland? He's young, but he is fearless, folks.
Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
Outside Garland. Here's Allen. Oh, the stuff.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down, no need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Brown on the break. Jaylen Brown.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Garland. Allen with a screen on White. Garland! Can't hit it. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Tatum. Connects! Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Now here's Simons. White and Brown are the wingmen. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Simons in at the 1 to take the lead. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Garland against White. Oh, it drops in!
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Tatum against Mobley. White with a screen on Mobley. Tatum inside. Simons fires! Yes, sir, with the three!
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Mitchell outside. Allen with a screen on Brown. Mitchell! Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
Well, that lead didn't last long. Right back to even. What an answer.
Tatum outside. Up again! And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
Now, Jaylen Brown's athleticism makes him a factor on the glass. Nice job getting those second chance points.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's foul number 2 for him. White against Garland. Six on the shot clock. Brown pulls down the board. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. The lead is 2. And so they foul intentionally. White looking it over. Getting crafty. Tatum outside. 6 to shoot. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Oh, in a close game like this, that is the kind of mental lapse you have to avoid.
Garland against White. Outside Garland. Bucket is good!
Absolutely fearless is Darius Garland. Clutch shot, no problem.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
This guy embraces coming up big for his team.
And it's Simons penetrating. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam!
What a make by Simons. Ready to produce under pressure.
White against Garland. Mobley, a screen on White. Now Mobley. Oh, it doesn't go! And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, you love to see the calmness at the line. Didn't faze him at all. Big time spot, and he makes it easy.
Outside Mobley, and we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
No good from 3. And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.